They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Then it's Jaylen Brown, and it's Kata in at the 5. And for the Magic, Wagner and Banchero, the lethal frontcourt pair. Suggs and Bane team up as the backcourt, and it's Carter in at the center position. And we're only a few games in, but already some surprises to this season, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. On the positive side, a couple teams have come together quicker than anticipated, and they are outperforming early expectations.
Now here's Bane. And Banchero no good. Here's Minot. Deflects the pass. Pritchard, the pass to Brown. 6 to shoot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Now the clock is dwindling, but Jaylen Brown says, don't worry, team, I got this.
Pass to Bane. And just about a minute into this first quarter. He shoots. And he hits the jumper.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's White. In his last outing, 10 points for him. It's Brown on the wing.
Watch outside.
And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Brown's gotten his second bucket.
And I love how Brown is never in a rush, so calm even with the shot clock up against him.
And the dunk by Wagner.
Oh, it's exactly how you lead someone with the pass. Beautifully done.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Pritchard against Suggs. Pritchard, the pass to White. Beyond the arc. Here's Kata. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Now here's Banchero. Turned in an outstanding game against Washington. 5 to shoot. Got it.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Well, granted, 6'10", 250. Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
Orlando with the ball. Following the bucket by Boston. On the wing, Bane. Banchero outside. Wagner with a screen. Releases. And Orlando again with the bucket.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
Brown against Wagner. And the basket by Brown. Brown's got 8.
He's been perfect this quarter. They keep feeding him, and he keeps delivering.
Suggs outside to the inside. And Carter gets it to go on the assist from Suggs.
Well, you see Carter Jr. just carve out space, finish attacking the hoop. That's a nice move.
Outside Pritchard. Pass to Kata. Here's White. And here's Pritchard. The 3-ball. Rebounded by Suggs.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, Suggs has handles, folks. He can outsmart defenders with that dribble.
And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 2. And this is their first time matched up with Orlando this year.
Last go-around, they lost the regular season series to this team, but beat them in the playoffs. Doesn't have to break his momentum at all to catch the pass.
Pritchard against Suggs. Here's Carter, and it's slammed in by Carter.
Oh, my goodness. Rock the rim, Wendell Carter Jr. We see you.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I briefly spoke with Jamal Mosley. We briefly talked about Jaylen Brown and what kind of defensive mindset you have to have against him, and he said, we have to be willing to work just as hard as he is. We have to fight through every single screen, talk to one another, and contest every shot we can. Sounds like it'll be an all-out effort against Brown here in this one. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Orlando making a switch here. Black's checked in. And now let's glance at the league's most aggressive defensive teams from last year. Orlando, number 1. The Celtics, 2nd.
And what stuck out to me is how intense both of these teams were on D last season. Neither giving up many points to opposing teams.
The Magic have got 7 of 8 in the basket. Wagner, left side. Outside Bane. Pass to Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
But with this bigger build, Banchero sets a solid pick, and then he quickly rolls into open position.
Here's Minot. Outside, Brown. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Orlando leading. Now Banchero. Orlando moving the ball around. Carter, the pass to Bane. Picked by Carter. Pulls up. Bane, no good.
Boy, he looks and will take that shot every time. Just won't go.
Pass to Brown. Back to Pritchard. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Banchero. For Orlando, they've gone 8 of 10 shooting. Wagner, the pass to Carter. Here's Keita. He's checked by Carter. Pass to Pritchard. Now White. And the layup is good.
Oh, that is impressive stuff from Derek White. Defender in his grill, no problem.
And Grant, the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum, derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence.
And the Celtics in possession here, following the three-point basket by Orlando. White on the wing. Pass to Minot from deep. Buries it from 3.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Carter. Here's Keita. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Now here's Wagner. He had 25 points in his last game. To the middle. Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Hey, this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Jones, he's checked in for Wagner. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Boucher's checked in for Keita. Tillman comes in for Minot. Hauser, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Simon has subbed in for Derek White. Boston has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Boucher passes to Simons. Nice move. And he lays it up and in. And the Celtics lead by 2.
This close in, Simons is consistent. The defense really can't allow him to find that look.
Payne surveying the D. Outside Carter. Just 5 to shoot. Orlando needs to get off a shot here. Hits the trifecta. Banchero's got 11.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
Pritchard against Jones. Outside for Boucher. Pass to Tillman. Boucher up top. Here's Tillman. Outside Pritchard. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Black.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Tyus Jones is the purest of pure point guards, on time and on target.
Simons with it. In transition, the Magic on the run. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And now a 5-point Magic lead.
Yeah, great hustle by Bane and puts himself in the right spot to deliver.
Jones against Pritchard. A minute 50 left in the first quarter of the game. Back to Tillman. Clock at 6. And here's Simons outside. Orlando with the rebound. They defeated Washington in their last game.
And as a rule of thumb, the road can really test your team's depth. But they all stepped up and collectively produced a lot of points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
Bane finds Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Yeah, I love the unselfishness from Bane. Very willing to give the ball up.
Celtics trail by 7. A minute 9 left in the first quarter. Looking to end the run. Hauser, that's good.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Orlando has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Looking at who's out there now for Orlando. Bataze's checked in for Carter. Isaac comes in for Banchero. And Franz Wagner's subbed in for Jones. Now here's Simons. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Utah. Such a wide open look. Simons has got 5.
And you can just tell Simons has a lot of trust in his three-point shooting ability.
Here's Bane. Pass to Bataze. Kicks it out to Isaac. Oh, he tries a 3. Simons with a rebound. And it's Simons with the ball for the Celtics. They trail by 1. Defeated by Utah in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
It was poor efficiency scoring the ball. They needed too many attempts to get their points.
I think it was a lot of bad decisions leading to a lot of poor looks. Patience was not their best quality in that basketball game.
Orlando shooting their first free throw of the night.
First team foul. At the line for Orlando, Franz Wagner. 1 shot.
And that one misses. Paolo Banchero getting it done for Orlando. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And for Orlando, what jumps out to you guys, stat-wise?
Well, they clearly came into this game focused on sharing the ball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
They've got Wagner. Goga Batadze is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Anthony Black, and it's De Silva in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Now here's Wagner. To the paint. It's intercepted. White, the pass to Boucher. Back to White. Wagner with a steal. And he's all alone by himself. And the dunk by Wagner.
Now you love the opportunity by Franz Wagner to get out in transition, find success with an easy one.
And the 8th overall pick in 2021. Grant, what surprises you about Franz Wagner?
I don't think we knew he'd be this lethal off the dribble. His perimeter shooting has really been the lone hiccup. But once he locks that in, watch out.
Now here's Wagner. Down low. Here's Isaac. Simons with a rebound.
That's 2 points they should have had. I'm sure he'd love to get that look again.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Boston, no good that time either.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, the closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control, things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you. Back to you, Brian.
Staying dialed in. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Now here's Black. In his last outing, 8 points for him. 4 on the clock. Out to the right wing. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by White. Celtics trail by 5. Hauser outside. Nice ball movement by Boston. Boucher finds White. Now Hauser. 3-pointer. And the 3-pointer goes. Hauser's got 6.
Boy, that's just inviting trouble. Defensively, you simply can't give him that much space.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Jalen Suggs is checked in for Orlando. And now a look at last season's most proficient free throw shooters. 5th, Anthony Simons.
Very steady at the line. He's the guy who isn't rattled easily, and that shows in his free throw shooting numbers.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Now here's Wagner, defended by Hauser. Suggs outside. Shot clock at 6. From downtown, Orlando again missing. Boston's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Boucher passes to Tillman. Simons deciding where to go with it. Late clock, the Celtics got to hurry here. Here's Boucher. He nails it, and we're tied. Boucher's got his first 2 points.
The length of Boucher becoming a factor. It gets him into position and able to contest a shot.
To the inside. Here's Suggs. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one on White. Grant, you are a Hall of Fame small forward, so you know a bit about the position. What's key in excelling at the 3?
Well, BA, you have to be able to space the floor. We almost never see a 3 or even 4 who can't make threes. And on the other end, lots of times you're matched up with quick guards.
That's good from Suggs.
And despite his young age, we know Jalen Suggs has proven to be a tremendous leader. His teammates love playing with this guy.
The Magic making a switch here. Baines checked in. Boston also changing it up. Jaylen Brown comes in for Tillman. And Pritchard is subbed in for Simons. Suggs hits them both. Well, after the Magic traded away Dwight Howard back in 2012, seems like they spent about a decade in limbo, Grant.
That's so true, B.A. And once they finally committed to building through the draft, the turnaround was pretty rapid, showing the upside of drafting and developing from the ground up.
Now here's Brown. He had a 36-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And despite drawing a lot of contact, he just kept coming, which resulted in a ton of free throws. You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Wagner outside. Pass to Bane. The rebound, Celtics. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Wizards. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Brown against Batase. Brown inside. He's got 10. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Orlando's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Outside Bane. The three is up. That one no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
White. The shot misses.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
On the wing, Suggs. Outside Bane. This one for three. Counted. Make that 3 of 7 so far for him.
And I like that there. I mean, get Bane something in rhythm.
And here's White. Hauser outside. Pass to Pritchard. Lets the three fly. Again, the miss by Boston. Orlando leading by 3. Here's Isaac. Now here's Suggs. Orlando moving the ball around. Brown against Wagner. Pritchard with a steal. Pass to White. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. The Magic making a switch here. Banchero's checked in. Kata's checked in for Boston. Minot comes in for Hauser. For Orlando, they've gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. Outside Bane. Now Banchero. The three. The big man, Banchero, showing the range.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Checked in for Brown Wagner. Kata, pass to Pritchard. Pass to Minot, back to Pritchard. Now Brown, 6 to shoot. Big hit from outside, Jaylen Brown.
The passing, the shooting, the scoring, it's all clicking right now for Jaylen Brown.
Pritchard against Suggs. Outside Bane. Back to Suggs. Fires the three. And another three for Orlando.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Minot. Pritchard against Suggs. And here's Brown. And the jam by Brown.
This guy, one of the most elite athletes in the game, Jaylen Brown, finishes beautifully.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Now Suggs, 7 points in the game. To the middle. Here's Isaac. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Now here's Brown. Black defending. Pass to White. Now Brown. Inside. Here's Minot. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Well, when you've got big-time athleticism and power, Jonathan Isaac, be aggressive at the cup.
Outside Pritchard. Outside Brown. Off target from three-point range.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Isaac in the post. Defended by Pritchard. Isaac, the pass to Suggs. Outside Bain. Here's Isaac, and the dunk by Isaac.
Jonathan Isaac is always so quick to the basketball. You can see his burst getting after that board and getting the putback.
Now here's White. Pass to Pritchard. Outside, Brown. Shoots a fadeaway. It's hauled in by Isaac. Isaac's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Banchero. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Celtics trail by 8. Outside Pritchard. And there's a pick. Pass to Minot. Now Brown. From about 19. Again, Brown missing. Magic leading by 8. On the wing, Bain. He's guarded by White. And the dunk by Isaac.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
That's how you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
In terms of two-way guards, Grant, Desmond Bain is as good as any. What do you see in his game?
Well, just look at him, B.A. Bain is so strong. That really helps him there on the defensive end. And offensively, a lights-out three-point shooter.
Now here's Brown. 15 points in the game.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Black outside. Suggs, left side. A minute 9 left in the second quarter. And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Franz Wagner comes in for Black. And the Celtics also making a change. Simon's checked in. Now here's Wagner. Launches it. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
What we know about Franz Wagner is this guy attempts a fair amount of threes for a reason. He's pretty effective, guys.
Brown scanning the floor. Simons outside to get back on track. Orlando grabs the miss.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Versatility is what Wendell Carter Jr. brings to your squad. He has offensive game both inside and outside, and on the other end, he gets the job done using his size.
And that one falls for Carter. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
That one misses. Well, it's hard to stop a 6'10 wing who can handle and play through contact. And the Magic have two of them, Grant.
Yeah, the numbers remarkably similar for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Banchero is stronger and more of a rebounder, but both of them are stars.
Now here's Pritchard. Still no points. And it's Orlando on the break. Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And so it's Orlando in control with a 6 into the break. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap as we check out how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
You look at the Celtics. They knew it was going to be a tough year, and I got to say it's been hard to watch them fight, looking through all these challenges. You hope they're learning something out there. Challenging times for the franchise.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Orlando Magic.
How about the points in the paint? Clearly, they made it a priority coming in, and it's paying dividends, Ernie.
Yeah, I remember those days pounded inside. Break your opponent's spirit.
Easy now. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Paolo Banchero with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's been on a tear so far, throwing down some vicious dunks. I was a little worried for the rim in the first half.
Well, his power is unbelievable, an intimidating force when he's at his best.
And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. It's a 16-point game. Taking a look at the Celtics. White and Brown are the wingmen. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Keita in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Brown. The kick out to White. Pass to Pritchard. Shot clock at 6. Keita gets the bucket. Keita's got 10 points.
You know, he's been giving them points, but they still can't seem to get over the hump tonight.
Pritchard against Suggs. Wagner for 3. Tries again. Keita pulls it in. Keita's got 4 rebounds now. The kick out to White. Pass to Keita. Back to White. Let's go with a 3. 3-pointer goes up. 3-pointer goes down for White.
Derek White is a legit three-point threat. I don't care where on the floor he is. You better contest.
Banchero outside. Intercepted. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. White. Good. And it's 7 points for Derek White.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, Jaylen Brown never loses confidence. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla said he has great short-term memory. If he misses a shot, it never affects the next one. You can't shake him. I just love his poise and his ability to attack. Brown said, every time I take the floor, I want to be aggressive. BA, back to you.
You love that confidence. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
They're on fire right now, shooting 80% to start the second half.
Carter, a screen on White. From deep, Bane. And Pritchard pulls it down. Boston on offense. A big stretch here going, 10-2. And there's the lob.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And it's the 2K leaderboard. Team leaders in blocks last season. Number 1, the Magic. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
One look at last season's shot blocking numbers, and it's clear that these are two squads that love to play the physical game down in the paint.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Carter, and it's slammed in by Carter.
And there's really no such thing as a safe lead. I mean, this is still anyone's game.
Outside Pritchard, the 3-ball. And it's Bane with the rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Looking to get it going. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Yeah, pretty fearless move by Bane, making sure he gets the shot off.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
And not many guards are built like Bane. He's excellent shooting it from deep, but also has the ability to defend at a high level.
And Bane drops them both.
This is a guy who will happily go to the line if that's what the defense wants to give him.
Pritchard against Suggs. Outside White. There's a screen to the paint. Here's Minot. And the layup is good off the glass. Minot's got 9.
That's an excellent decision. Playing in the pick and roll, just understanding where the windows are, delivers it right in the pocket.
Banchero outside. Gets it to go. He's now 9 for 11 on the night.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Outside Pritchard. Pass to Minot. White for 3. Orlando with the rebound. Banchero's got 4 rebounds now.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Carter, a screen on Pritchard. And he lobs it up top. White with a steal. Here we go. He goes up, and White finishes off the break. Well done.
That's what you call speed, being the difference in transition. Off the steal, Derek White so heads up.
Up top, Banchero. Six on the shot clock. Outside Bane. 4-3. That's good. And it's Banchero with the assist. Banchero's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, we've seen Bane make a leap offensively because of his ability to bury shots like this.
And there's the screen. Ooh, here's White on the drive. A playmaker who can also score in bunches. I'm talking about Derek White, Doris.
I'm so glad you are, BA, because Derek White's big-time shot-making ability under duress of the shot clock. How many times does this guy get the ball with very little time on the clock, and he just stands calmly and delivers shot after shot?
first one falls.
We talk about high-effort players. Well, Derek White embodies that very description. Always working hard, always looking to outwork his opponent.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And with the introduction of the NBA Cup, the regular season schedule is more packed than ever.
You know what, B.A.? Many constituents in this game believe the regular season schedule should top out at 72 games. This is something the commissioner broached back when he introduced the Cup. Not necessarily 72, just that there could be a reduction. But there's too much money at stake. I don't believe this will ever happen.
There's a screen. The three is up. Pritchard, no good.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
And Wagner gets it to go. Wagner's got 11 points.
Wagner likes to work his way to the painted area as much as possible. Look how comfortable he is finishing around the rim.
Here's Minot. 9 points in the game. Pass to White from behind the arc. Knocks it down from distance. White's got 14 points now in the second half.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Orlando leading by 9. Outside Bane. Suggs with a screen on White. Pass to Banchero. Launches a three. Oh, that was pure. He's got another one. Now 10 for 12.
I mean, it's incredible. Banchero can be so dominant. A young player with such a promising future.
Here's Keita. He's checked by Carter. Now White. Here's the three. Orlando with a rebound. Banchero's got 5 rebounds in the game. Now here's Wagner. He's got 11. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Listen, this guy might be young, but Franz Wagner has already proven to be a sweet shooting big man.
Pritchard with it. Outside White. Down low. And stolen by Bane. And here's Suggs. He has 7. Pass to Wagner. Outside Bane. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And cleared for takeoff. Mr. Bane rising.
Pritchard with a screen on Wagner. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And that's 2 awful trips in a row resulting in turnovers.
Black's checked in for Orlando. Boston also changing it up. Boucher comes in for Keita. And it's Hauser in for Minot. Outside Carter. Orlando moving the ball around. White against Bane. Back to Black. Carter from outside. It's hauled in by White. Celtics trail by 16. Pritchard finds Brown. Outside White.
Yeah, that is exactly because Derek White commands your attention defensively, and defender just gets caught in a tough position.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Magic?
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
That's good from White. White hits them both.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Wagner, the pass to Bain. Carter, a screen on White. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Carter.
You can see in the movement there the athleticism Wendell Carter Jr. possesses. Really solid cut after setting the screen.
Outside Pritchard. Back to Brown. Pass to White. Three-pointer. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. White's got 21 points in the game.
Yeah, just doing his part. Staying active and converting at a high rate.
And he has really kept them in this one. The high effort level. Now the rest of the team has got to step up.
And Carroll with a screen on Brown. Wagner for three. Here's Banchero. Goes up again.
Boy, if Boucher is nearby, I'd be hearing footsteps if I was a shooter. This guy can erase some shots with that length.
Pritchard finds Brown. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Looking at who's out there now for Orlando. Bataze comes in for Carter. De Silva comes in for Desmond Bain. Up top, Banchero. Inside. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's on Sam Hauser.
You can see Banchero has such excellent passing instincts. He knows when it's time to move the ball.
Da Silva, shooting one.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Now Simons. He's got 5. Pass to Boucher. Clock at 6. Here's Gonzalez. And here's Simons outside. De Silva with the rebound.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Pass to Banchero. To the middle. And stolen by Boucher. Now Simons. Guarded by Banchero. Looking to end this cold spell. Now here's Hauser. Takes a 3. On target from range. Hauser's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Wagner, the pass to Banchero. Bataze with a screen. From 12 feet. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Magic lead by 15.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Simons, left side. It's stolen away. And the Magic pushing it up now. Here's De Silva. Here's Wagner. Boston pulls it in. Hauser with it. Wagner picks him up. Here's Gonzalez. Pass to Tillman. And here's Simons. Takes the 3. He can't get that one to fall.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Well, you watch Paolo Banchero and the offensive arsenal. This guy is just built to score the ball.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And there's the foul. It's on Anthony Simons. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
So for the Magic, Isaac comes in for Paolo Banchero, and Suggs is subbed in for De Silva. Walsh is checked in for Boston. Now here's Wagner, defended by Hauser. Wagner, the pass to Black. Now Isaac. Now here's Suggs. 7 points in the game. Back to Isaac. Black outside. 1 second left. Not going to go that time. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. It's the Magic, leading by 17. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Suggs and Bain team up as the backcourt. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Goga Bitadze, and it's Black in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Simons against Suggs. White looking it over to the inside. Stolen by Bain. Isaac with it. He's against Tillman. Shots good by Black.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Celtics trail by 19. Outside White. Hauser outside. White with it. Down low. Here's Tillman. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Derek White does a little bit of absolutely everything for this team, and what I love the most, his ability to pass it at a high level.
Isaac outside. Pass to Bain. Lets it go from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Magic lead by 20.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Simons, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
I mean, he's just so electric. Simons putting on a show.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. And here's Suggs. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Outside Bain. Fires for 3. And the dunk by Isaac.
And I'll tell you what, this is a guy who doesn't take a break at all on the boards.
Man, doing serious work. He likes being an anchor on the glass.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Simons passes to White. Boucher a screen on Bain. White for 3. It's rebounded by Bitadze. Bitadze's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Up top, Isaac. And it's Tillman with a rebound.
Oh, he had all the room he needed, just failed to convert it.
White on the wing. Shoots. It's rebounded by Bitadze. Bitadze's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Inside. Here's Isaac. And the dunk by Isaac.
I think we can say that shot is well within his range.
Yeah, let's hope so. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Orlando making some changes. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Bataze. De Silva comes in for Isaac. And it's Jones in for Black. Williams is checked in for Boston. Brown comes in for Tillman. The Celtics have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Simons, right side. Well, you ask the older generation about load management. They'll bend your ear about back in the day, Grant.
Oh, yes, we will. But it's true that today's players average more distance covered per game, even if they're not walking uphill both ways. So you got to take that into account.
Here's Carter. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Well, you see, when a big man commits to his shot, Wendell Carter Jr., tremendous job drawing contact.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
And Boston with some changes. Tillman comes in for Williams. And it's Peyton Pritchard in for Simons. And so Carter nails them both.
Guys, what you have to love about Wendell Carter Jr. is his thirst to learn. This guy is willing to add pieces to his game. He understands he's got to be a true modern big man, and he puts in the work.
Brown can't hit. And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for the Orlando Magic. It's a 22-point lead, the most they've led by. Here's Tillman, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Orlando moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Suggs. And another miss by Orlando. Celtics trail by 20. Outside, Brown. They set the pick. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, good things happen for this team when Jaylen Brown gets into the paint. So efficient inside.
Jones against Pritchard. Jones, the pass to Bane. Carter, a screen on Brown. To the paint. Cuts off the pass. Pritchard surviving the D. It's Brown on the wing, guarded by Bane. Back to Pritchard. Fires the 3. Orlando with the rebound. Carter's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Here's Bane. That's good. That's now his 7th made field goal in 15 tries.
And even if he isn't the biggest, strongest guy out there, Bane can still do damage inside.
Hauser outside. To the inside. Brown inside. Guarded by Bane. And there's a 3-second violation.
I think that's going to stick with them for a while. Huge mistake at a critical juncture in the game.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Looking at who's out there now for Orlando. Banchero's checked in for Bane. And Wagner subbed in for Suggs. The Celtics also with a sub. Kata's checked in for Tillman. Pass to Banchero. And he banks in the layup. Banchero's got 11 points here in the second half.
I mean, 6'10", about 250, Banchero imposing his will inside. B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Jones, the pass to Banchero. And Hauser over to help. Kicks it out to Wagner. Back to Banchero. 6 to shoot. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. A lot of people think the NBA has never been better, Doris. What's your favorite thing about the league right now?
B.A., you can't ask me one favorite thing. I mean, these players are at the most skilled I've ever seen them. The tough shot making's ridiculous. The three-point ability off the bounce. Do you know how hard it is what some of these guys are capable of doing nightly? Please.
The free throw drops for Banchero.
Paolo Banchero, a guy who not only has the frame, but he's got the mind and the work habits to be great in this league. Can't wait to watch.
Brown passes to White. There's the triple. Orlando grabs the miss. Right side Bane. Wagner on the wing. Back to Bane. Puts the move on. And the layup is good. Bane's got 21.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Wagner against Brown. Here's Keita. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
And he's doing all he can for his team. Just perfect shooting thus far. Now, it's time his teammates, they really have to step up.
Outside Bane. Pass to Banchero. The three from Suggs. Gets the three ball to go.
You see Suggs' willingness on the catch to be ready to release quickly. You've got to be decisive, and he was.
Pritchard against Suggs. Pritchard, the pass to White. To the right side. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And Doris, you think about the top scorers in this league. They're creating those points with greater efficiency than in decades past.
Analytics is increasingly a part of the NBA. Teams are now understanding that 3 is more than 2, and if you don't make enough of them, you have a math problem. And then the other highly valued shots in the game, and maybe the most valued shots, are restricted area 2s. Listen, let's be smart about the game.
Black passes to Jones. Shot clock at 5. Puts up a 3. Hauled in by Brown.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pritchard finds Brown. Down low. Here's Keita. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Boy, as strong as he's been, they're going to need him to continue shouldering the load to try to break through.
Now Jones. Outside Robinson. Back to Jones. And yep, it's good.
Well, you can see with his ability to deck it, Jones can be a very frustrating cover. That handle tight.
White on the wing. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. White's got 23.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Here's Black. Inside. Here's Richardson. Good work defensively by White.
Well, we talk about the value of great rim protection. That's a shot he typically makes.
Pritchard gets it to go.
Boy, they'll take that possession. Nice finish in close. Jones
feels it out. And you look at the different kinds of leadership, whether vocal or by example. Which do you prefer, Doris?
Well, I'm a greedy type of person, BA, so I want both. Obviously, a veteran who's been there and done that is going to hold weight with what he says. But your best players have got to also lead by example. Give me both types, BA.
Pritchard, the pass to White. Here's the pick to the paint. Here's Kata. Orlando with the rebound.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Magic.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, BA, it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association. And it was a reliably solid performance from one of their key guys. A tremendous game for Paolo Banchero.
So highly effective on the offensive end. At times, this guy just scoring at will.
50 seconds left in the 4th. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul, third team foul. At the line for your Magic, Orlando Robinson, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw no good. Orlando making some changes. Isaac, he's checked in for Black. And Howard has subbed in for Richardson. He hits the second from the line. 46 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Simons outside. A thunderous two-hander with authority. Now here's Howard. Here's Jones. Now Isaac. 6 on the shot clock. Now it's Jones. From deep. Can't get it. So no problem for Orlando as they get the win, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson.